Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Goldylocks Productions Holy Days special. We say Holy Days because we celebrate Hanukkah, Christmas, winter solstice, Yule, whatever you're celebrating at this time of the year. We honor it, recognize it, and totally just want to welcome everyone into this circle of peace, love, and harmony, and also to enjoy just this. We need some hope, and that's some hope, some laughter, and some joy. I hope that's what we're bringing to you tonight. And it's our last get together for the year. I know it's only just 2 weeks, and it just sounds like it's devastating that we're going to be taking the next 2 weeks off, and it's going to go by so fast.
Yeah.
road trip to Carol Ann's house.
Okay.
Oh, so welcome everyone. Hello, John. Thank you for joining us. Anna and Robin. Yay!
Yay! Thanks for coming.
Wonderful. And so yes, Carol Ann, your camera went blurry suddenly.
I know. I've been trying to wipe it off. I don't know what's the matter with it.
It's all in the spit, Carol Ann. It's all in the spit. There you go.
Is that better?
Frosty.
Yeah.
Frosty.
Well, she's frosty. That's a thing.
Like looking
It
at
means that it's like for the holiday season.
Yeah,
It's a happiness
right.
thing.
You could draw a heart on the window.
Glue.
Frosty filter. Hello.
Better?
It looks good now. Looks good. Looks
I
good
see
now.
you clearly now. Clearly.
Okay.
Here, Carol Ann, I'll fix it for you. All right. You look better.
I think I fixed it. I fixed it.
That's my little brother.
Oh my gosh. Hello, Zipper's Cookie. Hello, Linnell. Hello. Well, you remember, well, I think everyone that was a mom, the spit, the come here, I would call it my mom.
Let me
Mom,
get that off you.
come here. Get that stuff.
That was not my favorite thing. No. I was like, ew.
Yeah, my sons reacted the same way. They didn't like it either.
Yeah.
But anyway, so hello and welcome. And we're just so excited to be together and just to celebrate. And what a great day. I hope everyone's had. It's Friday. So
Jeremy, Robin says she's watching on the TV with her daughter and granddaughter. So we got to keep it clean.
Thank you, Robin. And so you're watching us like
Is she sure that's safe?
on the TV? Wow. Ooh,
Yeah.
Can you imagine us all on the big screen?
I think it's a TV though. Is it like a 60-inch, 50-inch? Which one is it?
This is our acting debut.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like a movie star.
Right? Hello, Sugar Magnolia. That's right. Magic cleaning solution. Spit of mom. Exactly.
Very much so, yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh look, I'm not even gonna read that out loud. So.
No point in that one.
No. Okay.
So now we love you.
Anna, what are you doing, Anna? You're so sweet. You don't have to do that. But we appreciate you. And if you're on your
Oh, wow.
can.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you so much. You can super chat. This is a donation for all of us. Thank you so much. And it helps keep all of our shows. Just helps keep us up and running. So thank you so much, Anna. You do so much for us.
Thank you, Anna. And Anna, since it's 2020, I got to give you a quick message because 2020 is all about vision, right? It's all about seeing clearly. It's all about being able to walk in the future. And you're going into 21 with better vision, clearer vision. It is your year, 21, Anna. Thank you, 2020. Woo!
Yes, thank you, Anna.
Magic. Yeah, magic.
Magical. And Anna, it's I can just picture you still glowing, probably wearing something more festive.
Put your face on
know, and just and on your Facebook today, all the bread that you were making, I could smell it. I mean, it was just
Yes,
like,
me too.
is that all right, Pam? I was like,
Me too.
started to drool a little bit. I'm like, oh, that looks so good.
I wanted to reach right in and grab a piece. I just wanted to grab one of those loaves and go, can I just
I know. yeah. Oh.
You know, Anna commented on my Instagram today. She said she felt like Spirit was telling her to hang out with friends, relax, enjoy, be more festive. I think that's a great message for everyone right now. Tap in, like my sister to down below. Tap into your joy. Do things that make you laugh and be happy again, because that's where healing comes from. Healing comes from being able to tap into your laughter. Have you ever been so stressed out that instead of crying, you just start laughing? You're just like, okay, what else can happen? But then peace comes because you know what? That laughter is a sign you're going to be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but when I start laughing like that, though, my husband even gets scared. He's like, "Oh my gosh, we hit that room, didn't we? Do I need to call somebody? Psychiatric floor? I don't know what."
I know my dog kind of looks at me the same way, so I completely concur.
Oh yeah.
Terrible but funny.
Spreading the joy the best I can. Linnell, you do. We love the videos that you make every day, the 12 days of Christmas. I tell you, it just brings a smile to my face, and I know to each and every one of us who watch. and the props you must have. I mean, wow.
She's going to have a whole like room. Like she must just go, oh, I'm just going to, let's do this today. And she walks up and
you need to start your own variety show on Goldylocks Production now. That is how good you are.
Yeah, she needs to join the team.
She's supposed to in 2021, right, Linnell? Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes. You know,
and I want all 17 of your personalities to join, Linnell. All 17. I want them all.
At least. Yes, at least.
Oh my. So Linnell, look in your stocking. Santa's gonna leave the Goldylocks Productions golden ticket in your stocking.
Pretty with her bow. Oh, did you see what Robin said?
Yeah. Oh, Melissa is pretty with her red bow.
I'm bringing all the joy presents today. I'm the joyful one. Woo, it's like they're gonna come out of me. It's gonna be joyful though.
Who's that little girl who? Whoville? You know, Dr. Seuss, the little girl from Whoville. That's who.
Cindy Lou.
All right, wait, I'm gonna go out and change my name. I'll be right back now.
I can change it right now.
Cindy Lou Who. Yep.
Cindy Lou Who. Yeah.
A present wrapped up with a bow. A beautiful present.
I'm sure her partner's looking forward to unwrapping that.
Cindy Lou. Love it. That's awesome. We'll come up with a name for each of us tonight. Some kind of name.
That was quick, Melissa. You did that quick.
So perfect.
I didn't even see your hands move. That is like you just wiggled your nose.
Because I just did this. See, I've been using my selenite as a wand tonight, so I just went like this, and it magically appeared. See how fast we are? We're manifestations now.
That is what next year is all about. It's all the magic, y'all, with the dragons, the unicorns, everything is magical.
Speaking of magical, and so Robin says Lonnie Mae. So Lonnie Mae is 8, so she still must be tapped into all that magic. Is she talking to?
Yeah, definitely fairies. I feel fairies for that little girl.
Can she see my unicorn? We need to ask her.
Yeah, right? Woo-hoo.
Yeah. I've been seeing dragons like crazy all day today, y'all. And I got a lot of messages for them. They're so excited to be here tonight.
So, Stacy, I'm glad you brought this up.
Yeah.
A black dragon appeared to me and said that black dragons are from Saturn, and with Saturn lining up with Jupiter. And I was like,
Mhm.
that's all I got, though. And I was like, Stacy.
So I got that though. Today it's been even more prevalent, and what they are is that they're the Japanese dragons, so meaning that they're the water dragon. So they're more of the like the water dragon, the ones without the wings. They got a little bit of wings, but not a lot. But they kind of like slither, but they slither in like a real sexy way. They're so cool. And what they do is they go ahead of you.
Black dragon.
Yeah,
Black dragon. Anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I love it. All right. So anyways, so get this. So this is so much fun. So I've actually said this to 3 people today, 3 people, which they probably thought I was crazy, but I don't care. Anyway, so black dragons are ahead of you, and some of them are your own dragon. Depending on if you do have a dragon, your own dragon is going to walk ahead of you. And right now, they're like banging stuff, like literally just like bang, like any kind of blockage or any kind of challenge or any kind of hindrance that's in your way. They're literally doing this. They're like, bang, get it out of the way. Okay, left, now bang, get it out of the way. Now right, bang, get it out of the way. And they're doing like this little like saunter, kind of like the, real sexy sort of like, I don't want to say because we got an 8-year-old, but, real sexy walk. And it's beautiful and it's so gorgeous. And you're following this dragon down this path. And that's what they're doing is they're literally getting rid of our blockages. And it's such a beautiful thing for us now. I mean, they're really stepping in to help us. And it's amazing. And they're huge, by the way. I mean, these dragons are like the size of your house, like walking ahead of you. So you don't have to worry about a thing as long as you believe. And you just follow them right down the path. And, they're clearing the way for you. It's such a beautiful thing. And I have no idea why they're doing it. I just know that this is like something that's coming for us in the future to help us be more authentic and clear for the future of what we want to create for ourselves and also for the well-being of all, because, we're all connected. So whatever we do, we are going to create for eternity and for everybody else. And so it's just so freaking magical. I love it.
Awesome.
And they're beautiful, honestly. I saw one that was green today when I did a reading for a lady. She had a green dragon that actually was ahead of her. So, if you have your own dragon, whatever your own dragon is going to step ahead of you and help you with this. They're really, really coming into power right now, and they want to be recognized. So in January, we're going to talk about dragons. Just so you all know, my very first show is going to be all about dragons because they've been talking to me like crazy. And in fact, they want to do a show next week, but of course we're not doing it. So we're definitely going to do it in January.
Yeah, that's awesome. So the black with the Asian is water, represents water.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that seeing these black dragons and one that I conversed with said they're from Saturn. So Saturn's about rules. The fact that these dragons are knocking stuff right now, they're expanding. It's like, forget the rules, forget the structure, forget this. It's all falling down.
I just got goosebumps on that one. Thank you. That was awesome. Seriously, they really are. They're knocking down the blockages. It's really incredible what they're bringing in this new energy that's coming in. They're already at the forefront and they're prepared. And so they're our sentinels. That's what they're doing. They're being our sentinels. And it's pretty powerful. And as long as you believe and you trust, this is all going to happen. And even if you don't believe and you don't trust, it doesn't matter. It's still happening, whether you like it or not.
Stacy, I'm not surprised that the black dragons are moving because you said they're knocking down the rules, Tiffany. They're moving things out of the way. They're taking the blockage out of the way. That's right in line with the numerology 5 year we're getting ready to go into. 5 is all about changes. 5 is all about opportunities. Notice this though, right? 2020 was a crisis year, and always in the midst, after the crisis is over, after the storm is over, that's when there's new life. That's when there's new direction. That's when the debris is cleared out of the way. So on this healing episode, no matter what crisis you've been going through, no matter what obstacles you've been going and facing, not only the dragons, but God, the angels, everyone else, and especially the people on this channel have been praying for you, believing for you all year long. And we know, just like it's already happening for Anna, that your miracle's coming. Your opportunity for the changes that you've been wanting are going to happen. And that crisis is getting ready to settle. And when it does settle, it's in your favor. It's in your favor.
Yeah.
I love that. So 4 is the rebuilder year, but does create crisis and chaos in order for rebirth, right? And so that's beautiful how that all just goes. It's so yeah. So let's change your maybe show some love to 2020 instead of being just as like oh my gosh, this was the most terrible year. So it feels like we're being turned inside out, but that's what's needed.
Listen, it was one of the best years of my life in 2020 when I look back down the road. Why? Because when I look back down the road, I can say in 2020, I met Carol and Ann, I met Cindy Lou, I met Stacy, I got to meet Amy, Linnell, Robin, Anna. I got to meet my soul tribe, Ann. I got to hear the flute and the wisdom of Pam Silver Eagle. Let me tell you something. I found my family in 2020, and to me, that is beautiful.
I'm in agreement. I have to tell you the same thing. I mean, 2020 for me has been an amazing year. It has really, really shown me the way. It's helped me recognize and believe in myself and expand. That's like the biggest thing. I mean, I was actually talking to a client today on the phone, and she was asking me about what's happening with 2020. She's like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And I said, what's happening is that we are all expanding. We are asked to step out of our comfort zones, to actually become and expand. We're creating these huge wings right now. I mean, gigantic wings. I can't even tell you, because the Pegasus has been coming in. The golden eagle, I mean, come on, give me a break. That is amazing. And then you got these awesome dragons. All of these beings fly. And that's the whole purpose of 2020, is to learn, to create, to become, and to be yourself, who you are. Live in the truth of your own being. And that is where we're at. And it's the scariest thing in the world to do. But I got to tell you, when you do it, it's freaking awesome.
It's freaking. Shout out to more people in the chat. Hello, John and Joan Beck. Nice to see you. John commented, this was really good. An apparent option can lead to a predicted opportunity, which can lead to a mirage of more options and possible opportunities. Mm-hmm. Well said, John. Absolutely. And hello, Andrea. 5 is my life path number, and I am an Aquarius. 2020 is going to be my big year.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's awesome.
That's my girl. I love her.
You know how on fire you're on fire tonight, Stacy. Girl, this girl is on fire. but I got to give a shout out to Cindy Lou down there, because what people don't realize is my twin sister Stacy will tell you, it was the encouragement, it was the prompting and the pushing of Melissa Parks that brought Stacy into this channel, but more importantly, believed in her and her gifts. And if you love Melissa Parks, you ought to be putting a yes, we love Melissa, because all year long, this woman, I don't know how, you think I talk fast, but she's been quiet. But the moment Spirit turns her on, wow. but I just want to say, Melissa, thank you this year for all the people that you have encouraged to tap into their gifts. It really has made a difference.
Oh, amazing. Yes.
Recognizing that. And I want to thank all of you actually for stepping up into your expansion, right? Because that expansion was about your abilities, right? All year through my show, 2020 is about taking the steering wheel for yourself, being the creator of what you want, as everything else falls around us. You know what I mean? It's like we're still going, just like the dragons, knocking everything out of our way. Everything's getting knocked down so that we can create out of love. And that's what 2020 has been about, you know, and getting that 2020 vision. What's that clear vision for you? Because it was all foggy before. It wasn't clear. And now we have a lot more clarity. And we coming together like this in these kinds of groups, in these kinds of energies, is helping create more love. So, woo, I'm just bring it on. More love, people. More love. Thank you.
Her granddaughter, Lonnie Mae, said the fires were to get rid of the bad clown. Absolutely. Very well stated. Yeah. Yay, wisdom from the 8-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar Magnolia, wonderful country song for me. I lost my job. 2 dogs died. Girlfriend cheated. Oh my God, get here 2021. You know, yes, that's exactly how it has been for a lot of people. And just, you know, it's sympathy, empathy, compassion. We're going to hold you. You're in a very compassionate and loving circle, sacred circle, Sugar Magnolia. So we're just sending you lots of love. And that, you know, the job wasn't for your highest and greatest. Your 2 furry babies, though, that, you know, they, you know, so they're with you though all the time, and Carol Ann can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all have pets that have crossed the rainbow bridge but are waiting. We are so close to that rainbow bridge ourselves, you know, but we don't have to leave our physical bodies to get there. That's right.
And a lot of times when we go through a lot of these losses, there's something better that's coming on the way. These things are helping clear up things so that there's going to be something better. Because even though we get knocked down, and we might get knocked down a lot, you're right. Because if I look back, I've been knocked down a lot, but I always dust myself off and get back up and do what I got to do. But now we've also learned to focus that what we deserve, what we desire, we're going to have more of that rather than settling for things that are not going to make us happy. The job that's going to make us unhappy, the relationship that's going to make us unhappy. We're not settling for those things anymore because those don't bring us to that highest love vibration that we want to be in. And we want to vibrate with the same kind of vibration we want to be in relationships with. So I think that in the jobs, right, we want to find joy, right? I always teach joy. So if you're not having joy in your job, drop it, create it, or it will be created for you. The universe is supporting you in every possible way. You just have to believe it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's magical season. I'm going to use my wand again. It's magical season.
Exactly. And part of magical.
There's that Cindy Lou Who thing.
Yeah. It is breaking the bonds of old, outdated traditions, beliefs, you know, that are going to stay right where they are. And we are just going and growing and expanding. And, you know, Carol Ann and Pam, y'all need to slow down because we can't understand you.
I know.
Like I know they're so beautiful.
And yet you're receiving. You're all receiving.
That's true. You don't
I am.
energy. Exactly.
I hope you brought that flute, Pam.
Yes.
She's got it right there.
Yeah. She's the closer tonight. She gets to put us all to sleep.
Nice.
Just into all that, like,
Her flute is a closer, but her flute's also an opener because it opens my heart every time.
It does.
Ministers.
It's amazing. You guys are in for a total treat with that.
What is that anyway? What's on the flute itself? You know, because I don't know. For me, I like to dress things up. You know, yeah. You know, you have like a little bit of
eagle
there. It's magic.
Eagle, the phoenix, thunderbird.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
Because that's what creates magic. I mean, it's so amazing. It's like that energy of magic that goes into anything that's, you know, and that I want to bring forward just so that, you know, tonight, I feel that if we bring in anything that feels good to us into our homes or into our cars, you know, anything at all, you know, guys, I know a lot of guys that have dressed their cars up in these like all different kinds of colors and all these different wheels and all that kind of stuff. Literally, that is magic to them, you know, as far as like whatever it is, that's the creation of being. And so I feel that that is something that, you know, we have to remember for ourselves, even if it's a tiny little trinket from outside, you know, a stick or, you know, driftwood. anything at all that carries some kind of energy that helps you feel better for the moment in time. That, the other night, I brought in like these shells that were just amazing. I mean, these things are so magical. We have to remember there is so much magic in the world to help us stay in that sense of joy, sense of appreciation, sense of peace, which is going to help us evolve and become, and then find our truth of who we are, which is what 2020 is all about. 2020 was about that crystal clear vision, of being who you are. And so anyway, I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, it's been about peeling back the layers of your authentic self, right? It's like we were born and then we had all this information put on us. People told us how we should do things or whatever. And it's like we've been peeling those off and we're like, we're not going to listen to that so much anymore. We're going to listen to our inner guidance, So it's really been, I call it an expansion, but really you guys have been doing the deep dive because all the answers are inside. We're always saying it's outside, but it's really on the inside. So that deep dive everyone has gone through it's been an amazing year. It's been a crazy year with everything that's been like, oh. But look, we're almost through it. I mean, you just imagine it happened like feels like yesterday, right? Like 2020 started just like yesterday. I mean, this year went super duper fast. Don't you guys agree?
Yes,
Yeah,
I agree.
the timelines are wild. I keep hearing the words as you're all speaking, hope and faith and joy. I was guided to just pick this up before I came into studio here. So I'd love to share if I may. This is positive affirmation is put out by Unity Ministries. So this is the daily word, which has been around for a very, very long time. And actually, this is the one I brought up last year for Christmas. So it's perfect. As I fanned through it, this was the one that I landed on. So it's the affirmation is Christ awareness is born in me. Hope is the window through which I glimpse the good that is yet to come in my life. Feelings of hopelessness kindle my zeal, imagination, love, and perhaps most important, my faith. As my hope matures into faith, I begin to realize that the good that I am hoping for is already mine. The journey to Christmas is our shared human story of realizing our indwelling Christ presence. This journey begins in hope. As I start growing in spiritual awareness, I begin to feel hopeful. I learn that the Christ and the likeness of God is my spiritual nature. My hope for the future becomes my faith in the present as I celebrate Christ awareness alive in me and expressing as me. And the scripture is, now faith is the assurance of things hoped for and the conviction of things not seen. Hebrews 11:1.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. Yes.
That was perfect.
And appropriate. You know how spirit just grabs you before you go in somewhere and says, hey, you need to grab this. You need this. You know what I mean? And we listen. So
that's one of my favorite scriptures that you talked about in Hebrews. And I have a scripture that Spirit laid on my heart tonight, and especially Sugar Magnolia and different ones that are listening. This is what Spirit is going to do in 2021. It comes out of Isaiah chapter 61 and verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me to bring good news to the suffering and afflicted. He has sent me to comfort the brokenhearted, to announce liberty to captives, and to open the eyes of the blind. He has sent me to tell those who mourn that the time of God's favor is upon them now. And it says, don't worry for your enemies, for I shall protect you. And I like this part. To all who mourn, I will give beauty for ashes, joy instead of mourning, praise instead of heaviness. And you will be planted like a beautiful tree in the garden of the Lord.
Very nice. Thank you.
I love that. God is going to take, I love how she had the eagle on her flute, and she said the phoenix. The phoenix is the rebirth, is coming out of the ashes and being reborn. And that's what I really feel about 2020 is in 21 is all these things that some of us are still dealing with. On this healing show, we're saying don't give up the faith. Don't give up your hope. Don't surrender your belief. It's okay if you doubt. It's okay if you question. But you got a family here standing with you and believing with you that you are going to be happy again. And you are going to be successful. And you are going to be helpful. Why? Because Spirit is on your side. And not only is it on your side, Spirit's guiding you. That's why you're here tonight. You're part of the spiritual family. And we're standing in the gap believing that you're going to get your healing even before the new year comes.
I just want to say, and good wins. Like, seriously, good does win over evil. Do not worry. It's going to happen.
Happening. It's
Okay.
happening as we speak,
It is
because
happening.
each one of us are awakening, right? As each one of us awakening, look at it as I say, like the lighthouses, right? Each one of you are being lit up, right? Because we've all gone through stuff in our lives where we've had to go back and forgive ourselves because we haven't always been the best either. You know what I mean? So it's like, as we do that, we become lighter and lighter, and that helps with all the stuff that's going on. It's exposing all the darkness out there. So bravo to all of you guys. And it's funny how you walked in and you grabbed the book and information. So they had me draw 3 cards, 3 angel cards before I got on the show. Okay. So the first one is about prosperity. So everything that you guys got going on right now, there's going to be prosperity coming through all of this. Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And then the clear audience. This is important for everybody. Listen to this. Don't listen out here. That's garbage. Listen to this. Okay. That's what they want you to do. And they want you to start leading your lives. Start leading your lives with love. All right. Start leading your lives with love. Okay. Woo, that's all they want you to do. It's just lead with love. And I'm telling you, if you do that, though, that's what the dragons were doing too, because they're leading with love, because that's why they're knocking a lot of this out. Now you have to learn how to do that as well. That's not something we were really taught here on Earth, but we're breaking free of that so that we are can spread more love. So, and this season, right, going into Christmas next week and stuff, and Jesus and all this stuff that we have going on, that Christ consciousness that was brought up, that is alive in each and every one of you. Feel that. Feel that. And the energy that's flowing, I always talk energy, and I've been quiet all of a sudden, but now I'm stepping up again. But I want you guys to feel the energy that's radiating from each and every one of us, and that you are sending back, and that we are sending out across the world, because we are working together to heal this, to learn with each other. And we're doing that through energy, because our magic is our energy. So once you tap into that, you can start to understand how to get things to work in your favor a little bit better. And you can start to understand other people just by their energy. It's amazing. Just tap into the energy, feel it, enjoy it.
The sacred breath is a really important element of that. And just, cultivating with intention, the breath work, intentional affirmations, breathe into that heart chakra. If you haven't tried any of the practices, such as anything that cultivates the chi, the prana, the spirit, life force, tai chi, qigong, any of those are super. Once you learn even just a bit, the basics of that, I use it every day since I was guided to a simple tai chi class, actually, and then I went into qigong, and then my guidance was to study the quantum touch, energy healing. So was my first modality, and then from that I just use it all the time, and I use it when I'm working out in the gym, as part of my in between reps. These are the practical ways that once it just becomes our way of being, it just is. And then your vibration, your frequency will continue to increase. And I love out in nature, especially if you get, around water streams, creeks, the Gulf of Mexico, or the oceans, or a pond, anything, and just blessing and just breathing in and the sacred. Hold these elements, the sacred elements, in that way, for that is what they are. The wind, the air, breath, the water, Earth Mother, it's fire. It's all essential. And again, when we walk and we do it with intention, and we treat all as sacred, that's when that frequency really, and we begin to mesh into understanding. We remember that we are this piece of the web of life.
That's beautiful. You know,
Thank you.
I was actually drawn to pull runes for you. Now, I love working with runes, and the thing is that this type of attunement, and I've had different types of healings. We're all multi-modality type of healers here. We've had more than just one type of healing, been attuned to it. And what I love about it, it's called runic, and I do teach this. It's a runic type of healing with the runes, rune Baldor, and this healing is through the solar plexus. And this is that beautiful yellow Christ consciousness color, because most people think the Christ consciousness comes down from the crown. And no, it comes in through the solar plexus, all right, in and out, both sides of the chakras, your front to back, okay? It comes in from the solar plexus, which represents compassion, comes up to that sacred heart center, and then bam, your halo lights up because you are lit up. You have got that power going through you, coming in from the solar plexus up to the sacred heart center, and it just blows. And then we've seen the crown represented as a halo in many different art depictions, right? Any pictures, art going way, way back, they always show the crown chakra as a halo.
But what color is that again? Like
It's
what color?
Yellow, gold,
And yellow.
Gold. Think of, the runes, a lot of people go all the way back to a Norwegian, to Odin. It was golden. He had, his color was, or his metal, so to speak, was always a gold around him, golden. And this is that energy, and I'm really feeling a lot in my solar plexus with this Christ consciousness coming. And so the rune, and now I have rune cards too. You can pull a rune, and then I have a deck. Tiara, what? Right? Exactly. So this rune is called T-Waz. Now notice there's an arrow that points up. That's the symbolism of this rune. But look at this picture depicting it. So this is called T-Waz. And it represents the sword or the spear of the North Star. Also represents universal law, not man law, universal cosmic divine law, that unity. All
Could
right.
that be, I have a question real quick. I mean, I know this is off. Well, it's not really off, but could that sword be like a, like what Zeus had? What's that? Zeus has like something like that.
Pitchfork.
Yeah.
The tyrant.
Yeah.
Could it be that as well? Because I see a lot of that in, I've just been seeing it a lot, so I'm just curious.
Well, it's another
Related to it.
representation of a staff.
Yeah.
It's an antenna. It's energy. It conducts energy.
Right.
Our spine is a staff that conducts energy, or that is very conductive, right?
Okay.
We get that energy flow. Where's all our nerves? On our spine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. So absolutely. And it brings justice, balance, protection, and strengthens our will. And this is like the creator card, universal law. Very beautiful. See this big Norwegian ship sailing. So we're sailing into for 2021.
Nice.
And it's interesting that it's the North Star, because on the 21st, all right, we have 7 new star systems coming in that's bringing in 7 different rays. And one of them is Vega, and it's going to replace Polaris as a North Star. So,
What? Is that even possible?
Yeah, because we're in a polar tilt. But it will, it's not like it's immediately on the 21st, it's going to replace the North Star, but Vega is going to be our North Star going forward. However, whatever time looks like in the 5th dimension.
Love it.
So yeah, a lot of good stuff. It just goes to show that, it's a universal law, not 3D man-made law.
No.
Carol Ann, I haven't heard anything Yiddish tonight.
Oh, well, I do have something, a contribution to make. I hope
Please.
you'll bear with me a minute. Let's see. I'll keep talking. Here it is. Okay, here it is. Let's see. I wanted to share something, an old Christmas favorite, A Christmas Carol, and the spiritual lessons that perhaps that we can derive from that. It spoke to me, and I wanted to share that with everyone. We all recognize the old movies. There's several different versions of A Christmas Carol. I think my favorite is probably the original old black and white. But the book was debuted in 1843, and it was a very successful, the most successful book of the holiday season. For everybody, Ebenezer Scrooge, with his bah humbug attitude, we recognize, we can see ourselves in him as a man of greed and selfishness and lack of consideration for his fellow man. One night he is visited by three spirits. The ghost of Christmas past comes to him as a representative of the truth and reveals that Scrooge's past Christmases were filled with loneliness. The ghost of Christmas present represents all the joy and generosity of Christmas, evident by the mound of food and the torch which bestows blessings upon the poor. The ghost of Christmas is yet to come takes Scrooge to his grave. His gravestone is symbolic of his heartless and miserly ways. The grave is neglected because Scrooge didn't foster good relationships when he was alive. So that's the first part of a message. We can conclude there's no coincidence, I believe, that personal responsibility is one of the laws that govern spiritualism. I am not a spiritualist per se, but I have admired some of their work tremendously, and they have some great lessons to impart to us. We've been given a lot of potential to improve our lives and the lives of others. I think we can recognize that. We are free to make decisions throughout our lives. All of our decisions have to include our own personal responsibility that no one can replace that right. At the same time, no one other than ourselves can right our errors. We have to do that ourselves. So when Dickens wrote the book, Scrooge symbolized Victorian aristocracy who viewed the poor as a scourge upon the earth. So we have to keep that in mind. Another law of spiritualism is the compensation and retribution hereafter for all the good and evil deeds done on earth. That law operates now on earth as well as in the spirit world. So I want to bring that to your attention if you weren't aware. As we make life choices, the outcome of these choices affects our soul and our growth. So when we leave this earthly life, there will be no divine judgment. We will have the opportunity to reassess and to take stock and decide what we could have done a lot differently. In Dickens' story, Scrooge is given the opportunity to reassess his life before passing from the earthly plane. And I have had that experience myself. So you realize how selfish and self-serving you've been only by seeing images, much like in the Christmas Carol, how Scrooge's life comes in flashes that he is shown by the ghost of Christmas past, flashes of his life where he could have done better, or those things that he regretted. So through the intercession of the Christmas spirits, they can help change things in our lives, with warmth and overall goodwill. Goodwill and good tidings are the words for the season. During the Christmas season, we can reassess our lives. That means maybe reaching out to the poor or shoveling the neighbor's sidewalk if you live in a cold climate. Maybe you have a loved one or a friend that's isolated and alone for the holidays. Maybe you have something that you can share with others, or just offer someone your company. This is the season not to wait just for the Christmas spirit of the Christmas story and the Christmas Carol, but to become one ourselves. So I'd like to pass that message on. I was just waiting for the opportunity to discuss A Christmas Carol. It has always been one of my favorites stories, and I wanted to impart that I believe there was a spiritual message there as well. So that's where I'm at.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Love it. That is awesome.
Carol Ann, you can come up and shovel my snow.
But I know what it's like. I live in Pennsylvania, and man, I would be shoveling like crazy, either blowing leaves or raking leaves and shoveling show, and the plows would go by, and they'd be up, and your driveway would be up here, and you're trying to shove this. Oh, God bless you, Jeremy. I can't do that anymore.
Texas, Carol Ann, if you get a chance, check out A Christmas Carol with Guy Pearce. It's amazing, and they bring in the goddess power.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I've seen just about. I really enjoy that story, but it had a spiritual meaning. So,
sure.
Very
Absolutely.
nice. Thank you,
great.
Carol.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And Robin, Lonnie Mae said that the Star of David is a symbol. Did it protect him, and is it really a star? So, in my 12/12 special event that I did, I actually went over this. The Merkaba, or the Merkaba, however you want to say it. I say it Merkaba, but it's Merkaba, which is the tetrahedron of pretty much, if when you see it, this is the symbol of the Star of David in motion, and it's been called like a starship or an energy portal. All right, and we all have that right in our Sacred Heart Center. This is how we astral travel. This is how our soul, travels when we sleep. So, did the Star of David bring in, the Christ child through Mother Mary? Interesting concepts. A lot of, that's a whole discussion on itself. Anyway, but it is very powerful. The Merkaba. And that's in the old Gnostic and Essenes mysticism, in case anybody wanted to look that up. So, so right on. I love that. Lonnie Mae is like, hey, I'd love to have a conversation with her.
Right, maybe we should have her on and talk to her and see what she says. Because some of the things that Christopher says to me, like the portal that's under the Pyramid of Giza and stuff, you know what I mean? He just randomly tells me this stuff. I'm not fishing for this information. They know.
Oh, they're coming in with the knowledge. I mean, I had a discussion with a baby one time, and I've never had kids, just so you all know this. I'm like more of an animal person, but I have taught a lot of kids to ride, so they know how to speak. But this was like a true baby that was like in the little like carrier thing, and the lady asked me to watch it while she was gone, and I was like, really? But anyway, I was like, all right, I'll try. So I was like, so what are you about anyway?
Right.
And honestly, I am not kidding. Telepathically, this little kid was like on it. It was insane. And this was like at the Melissa. It was at whatchamacallit. I can't remember where we used to be. But anyway, it was at that place. And it was insane. I mean, it was the neatest thing to experience, because when they're born, they're literally already 2 years old. That's what this baby was telling me. He's like, I'm already 2 years old. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? And he's like, well, I can start talking. And I was like, holy crap, that's like so cool. And then from there, like the next year, he jumps up to like 6. And I was like, 6? How the heck are you 6? But that's how these little babies can like deal with the iPhone and stuff. So it's amazing how, as the human consciousness is coming back in, it is the same thing with animals too. It's really cool. They're more evolved because they're recognizing that they don't need to go through all of this, like, growth of, learning emotions or whatever it is that they're coming in with. When we came in, they're like, oh, they're skipping over those steps now. And, learning more at an earlier stage. So it's really, really interesting how everything is really evolving. And a lot of people have been talking, like even today I talked to a lady and she was like, holy crap, my dog is like the smartest thing on the planet. And I was like, yes, they are. Because once again, they are also coming in with this consciousness that's, more evolved. And it's because they don't want to experience, all of the other stuff anymore. They want to, get right to it. And so it's so amazing. It's so cool. And it's going to be so much fun in our future because of it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Okay, Robin says thank you. She says she sees ships that look like stars. You know, I don't see spaceships like flying saucers. I see them as portals. I see the energy. I see them as pulsating stars. I agree. I mean, that's how I personally see them. But what I was told is that if they're higher vibrational, higher dimensional beings, they just use energy portals to come in. And what does that energy can look like? Anything you want to. You can detail your star to look any way you want to, whether it's a flying dragon, whether it's a flying lotus, whether it's any other culture that has their gods coming in on, you know, a throne or on. So they just detailed what it looks like, that energy can look like. And so that's beautiful. That, yeah, you can go up, look at the stars, ask Commander Ashtar. Robin, ask Commander Ashtar to show his ship and be amazed. So, yeah, Melissa and I've seen it.
Oh yeah, they love to hang out around my house.
Yeah.
Swear to God, they like to hang out over the water. They're always, most times the ships that I do see are to the west, but there's one in the morning when I get up that's in the east that likes to be very bright as well.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I know. And then I had those pictures, remember, of the
Yes.
That was wild.
Gosh, that was mine.
Yeah.
Halloween. Can I show them?
Yes, of course. I mean, that was pretty damn amazing. I mean, really, that was insanely cool. I love those. Those were so much fun. And it was one of those things, like you said, you know, you can imagine them as ships, or you could imagine them as portals, light portals. I mean, it's endless. It's really endless, you know, and that's the whole thing about us being who we are. We can create whatever we want. And it's the truth of whatever it is for yourself. So it's like, it's so cool. I mean, it really is cool. I actually have a message that I have to read before the end of the night, just so you know. I got like a channeling earlier before the show, so I do want to read what they said. So
You can talk about the pictures too.
Yeah, I don't know if it has anything to do with that, because I can't remember what I channeled, but it was whatever it is. They just said you need to read this, you know, to the public whenever is available. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, no, it's as soon as this, come on.
She's looking up the pictures right now. It's really, really cool. It's so amazing because they do look like little tiny spaceships. And when I was taking the picture, it was pretty amazing. I was on this trip in Russia and I was on a river cruise, and I was just out taking pictures of the sunset. And this is like the coolest thing, you know, for everybody that's out there, just start taking pictures of the sky, because in reality, you're going to, like, you know, when you do get your pictures back in the phone itself within like 2 seconds, you're going to see the most amazing things you've ever seen in your life sometimes. I mean, it's pretty cool. And like, I didn't even know that this was out there. I mean, I had no idea. And then I was taking consecutive pictures, which Tiffany will probably show another picture of it. But isn't that wild? And then, but then I kept taking consecutive pictures, and, you know, and it was like 2 and then 3. And then what was it, Tiffany? We ended up with like 7 of them, I think, at some point. Yeah, like there's 2 now. And then like, try the next one. Yeah. See how there's like 3, 4. Actually, there's, this one's the one with the 7. This is our last picture, but try to get the one at the very top of the screen, because, oh my gosh. I mean, you know, you just sit there. And like I said to you, I took these pictures myself. Like I literally took these pictures myself. And I was amazed at the fact that these came up after the fact. I never even saw these. I didn't see these while I was taking the picture. So I encourage everybody in the world to take pictures of the sky. Take pictures of whatever it is you feel inclined to take pictures of, because the picture itself will capture these particular things that are so cool for us to explore later, and help us, you know, with our imagination and keep creating this magic in the world that's there. Because, I mean, my gosh, I mean, look at that. Like I said, I didn't even see those while I was taking this picture. I was just consecutively taking
it works like just like spirit photography. You know, you take pictures of a family gathering or something, and then developed, and then you would see these spirit forms or orbs that are invisible to the naked eye. Thank you for sharing that. That's amazing.
And it's it is. It's so amazing. So, it really helps us remember that there is truly, these other
more going on.
these other, everybody's around us. We're never alone. Which is scary because when you're in the shower, you're thinking, "Am I alone right now?"
I think every 13-year-old boy is wondering that. But go on.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're not. So watch out. Be good. Anyway, that's why Santa can see.
Why do you think I got so many guardian angels? But anyway,
all his angels look like this.
Like this.
No evil, see no evil. Right?
I love it. That's like so cool. Oh, it's so much fun. But I mean, this is what makes our lives so exciting. I mean, why are we here? We're here to experience. I mean, why not have all this magic around us?
I'd like, Stacey, I was going to just say that so many of the amazing photographs that I get out when I'm out in nature, both above and below, same thing. Many times I'm guided to, I'll either sense the energies or I'll just, hear. And many of them I don't see with my physical eyes. And then when I take the picture, wow, there's so much magic. It's really cool. Get out there and.
But that's like so cool is that I feel like that's why we have these iPhones nowadays, like in all honesty. And, nothing is a coincidence in my mind because everything happens within a purpose or a reason. And so these iPhones, these like being able to have these instantaneous pictures is so important for us right now to recognize our beautiful selves and how this magic is all around us and how there is so much goodness in the world and we have so much help out there. I mean, with what I see, I wish so bad that everybody could see what I could see. Like I really do, because I do see with my mind's eye, with these beautiful magical unicorns and these beautiful magical dragons. And then, like I said to you just recently on, my last show, I was telling you about these like people that just showed up just recently and they call themselves the magical ones and they're freaking adorable, by the way. It's so beautiful. And, so there's like all these beings that are here and, it's just, I know it sounds crazy, but it's really not because they are there.
Not crazy. Stacey, looking at the time, do you want to give your message and then we can have Pam place? I mean, by the way, Pam Silver Eagle, you can find her on Facebook. You want to look at her amazing photos. You really should. They're just so beautiful. And I have to remember, guys, to take my phone outside. I got to the point of just, I just go outside. I leave my phone as I don't, and then just sit there and experience everything. It's like, and my phone's inside,
And that's understandable because you're in front of working with technology all the time. So I can understand why you'd be like, ooh.
Yeah. Bring up. Yeah. All right, Stacey.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. So, I was getting ready today to give a reading to actually a good friend of mine, and it was so funny because technology is not really working the way it should right now. I don't understand it, but and don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm technologically advanced, and nor can I really work the technological stuff, but I do have sort of a better idea than what is happening today. So while I was waiting for her, it was really funny. I was writing this and it was in preparation for tonight, I guess, because, stuff just comes to you. And that's the biggest thing is when it does come to you, even if it's in the middle of the night, please get up, write it down. I know that, it's in the middle of the night, you got to work the next day, but it's so important to have the exact verbiage for, these messages, because once again, the dragons are coming in and that's all about the keys and codes. And that's what unlocks you. So anyway, so this is what I got today, and I don't know. And I'm hoping that this really is, understandable, because when you write it, sometimes it's not, but I'm just going to read what I wrote. So it says, the destiny of the world is so important. Love and peace. The energies that are coming in are helping create more of this. So the timelines are being blended. We are now in the timing of now so that this timeline can be completed. Then new shall begin in the new age. Everything will change. Our lives will percolate, then blast off. Things will happen very quickly with our thoughts, ideas, and will become things, and our lives will shift into truth of being. Each human will understand more and know the meaning without having to ask. We will begin this process this time next year. After the adjustment has been made, there is going to be balance with integrity throughout this new year. Life will shift into a new paradigm where peace will reign. All will start to understand their own being and begin to sense others' intentions with more clarity. It will begin with recognizing the truth of things first, then become knowing of what is real, what is false identity. Then the process of elimination will begin. We will all start to prosper from this. Love will begin to heal the world even more. We are so excited for this new age and the beginning of reality that is truth. Much love will be brought down to help hold the space for those that cannot continue. Peace, prosperity will reign. Trust in the process. Know that this is the beginning of time, a new time of clarity, love, peace, ultimate joy. That is who you are and shall be for the rest of eternity. So I don't know who, just got goosebumps, not sure who sent this to me, and I said this to Melissa earlier, I was like, I'm not sure who's talking. Normally I do know who's talking, but
Stacy, I don't know, but is there an angel called Megatron?
Metatron.
Megatron. Thank you.
Megatron.
I'm thinking.
He's a powerhouse.
I talk about Transformers on my show, man. You tapping into my Transformers?
Oh my God.
No, I'm hearing impaired in the natural, and I'm hearing impaired in the spiritual. What was the M one? That's what I kept getting. Say it again, Tiffany.
Metatron.
Okay, let me just tell you, Metatron is fine as hell and powerful. I love it.
Yeah.
That is badass. Sorry for the 8-year-old.
Oh, you and Jeremy definitely are coming.
I think the PG thing has got to be PG. They should know better than to watch us. It's so funny. Well, I'm very happy to know that was Metatron, and I'm going to be thanking him over and over. So bless all of us, seriously, because that was like such an amazing message for me, especially. So thank you for listening.
And he's also reminded he's a beautiful bright orange, golden orange color, and he rings our right ear.
Oh yeah, because that's
so
right.
He's wrapping the right ear. Now I usually get everything from the left.
Yeah.
So, and he's just saying, I'm coming in from the right to everybody. Pay attention. That's him ringing your ears.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense because, that's normally I get information, like you said, from the left, unless they're actually present in this time. And then I get it from the right. So it's very interesting. So, yeah. And this actually did come in from the right. So that's very funny that you say that. Awesome. See, brother. Thank you.
There's only one thing that can follow up that beautiful message in Metatron, and that is Pam Silver Eagle's flute. Yes.
Oh, yes, definitely. Thank you, Pam.
It's been fun sitting in Sacred Circle with each and every one of you. We've had a blast. And so, just continue on the rest of this year. Peace, love, and joy. Watch our replays if you miss us. And we're just going to go out with this beautiful, beautiful blessing from Pam Silver Eagle. So enjoy.
And I'm hearing to listen for Metatron.
Aww, love it. We're all so connected.
was beautiful.
That was very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
See you in the new year.
Yeah.
See you next year.
God bless.
Definitely.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.